Hi everybody. Today I wanted to discuss about a very new latest development where the state of California is suing Cisco, the network giant, of caste discrimination among its employees here in Silicon Valley. Basically, this is not new. Caste discrimination happening in America is not new. It happens. It's reported to the HR. There are accounts of that, and there are also anecdotal accounts, and there are enough surveys done to prove that and all that stuff. What's important here is that the state is actually suing Cisco because the complaints have gone to the HR and things didn't get resolved, and the state had to step in. So this is a very important thing because one of the things oppressed caste people from India want to achieve here in America is to have caste discrimination also as part of the anti-discriminatory law. Like, you know how it says you can't discriminate somebody based on religion, sex, gender, sexual orientation, race, creed, color, etc., etc. So one of our goals in the next few years is to also add in there that you can't also discriminate people based on their caste. Obviously, it pertains very specifically to South Asians. So that's a larger scheme of things here. There is an incident currently. I'll put the news link in my description so you can see, or in the bio, so you can go actually read up on what this case is about. That's the case. And what we want to achieve eventually is to make sure that American government sees caste discrimination on par with racial discrimination, gender discrimination, and all such, and it's actually part of the anti-discriminatory law. So that's the bigger picture. I want to quickly touch upon two things though. The first thing here is, why is it happening now? In my prior video, I had mentioned that most of the oppressed caste people have come to America only recently. And for caste discrimination to happen, there need to be enough people of different castes, and there needs to be enough points of friction between them. So now we see that in all of the upper management roles, you have upper caste people because they've come here before us, and they're probably second generation, and they are the ones who had the resources to come over here. And then in the middle management to lower roles, you see Dalits and other oppressed caste people. So now when matters comes to promotions and whether the upper caste person picks another Indian, because IT, information technology, is full of Indians, that's where you actually see these issues come up of discrimination based on caste. So the first thing we need to realize is that these things are happening because now we have a critical mass of people in all levels where caste discrimination makes sense. Otherwise, they were all upper caste and they just didn't bother about it. But now they have somebody to discriminate against. So that's the first thing that's happening. So that's for the general public to understand why caste-based issues are now coming up in different corporate world mostly, and why HR needs to wisen up and understand that this happens. The second part of it is for my community. I have been telling my community that when the fire breaks is not when you start building a fire department, make people aware of what they need to do when the fire occurs, and to install the fire hydrant outside in the block. Not speaking about caste system and not helping Americans understand about caste system is detrimental to us. While it may feel that we will be safe, we're not opening our mouths so nobody knows, we don't have to talk about it. Well, the discrimination visit is very mild and minimal compared to India. It might give us a false sense of security, but we are still sitting ducks. And I am telling you that while we are sitting ducks waiting for this discrimination to happen, we might as well be quacking sitting ducks. That way at least others know what's happening, and when we eventually get shot, they know why somebody did it and they can come to our rescue. Because in some cases, HR needs this power of knowledge before something happens to know what to do. When a firefight is happening is not when you want to sit your HR down and help them understand this is the discrimination happening, this is why it happens. And by the way, let me tell you about 3,000-year-old history of India so that you understand what caste system is and why this discrimination happens, though you see no distinction between a privileged caste Indian and a oppressed caste Indian. And I'm assuming here that the HR is of all flavors, because not many Indians are in the HR, though there might be a few. So now you're actually explaining this to your human resources employees who are of all different backgrounds. They're not Indian, so they don't understand it. So it's very, very important for us to raise and share who we are, build our identity, and explain it to people who are in administrative power, be it HR in corporate world, or your councilman in your city, your mayors, however, mayor's office, I mean, we may not have access to the mayor directly, but your mayor's office, and then the senators and other executive body, legislature and executive body. And I say and I've, as you can see, I've moved past just the HR, though I said that corporate world is where you see it more. But who is to say that with more and more Indians coming here, maybe your next realtor is going to be an Indian guy, an upper caste Indian guy. Maybe he doesn't want to take your case up. Or I've also heard about where blatantly during a medical consult, an Indian doctor asks an Indian patient, so what are you? Meaning, what caste are you? Who are you? How do I need to treat you in social strata? I know my insurance will pay and I can treat you or whatnot, but I still want to know. So it's just going to grow and grow. There are enough of us now here. This is not going to be a dying topic until we kill it or until we have control over it. So to my fellow community members, this is the time to be strong, raise our voice, build our identity and share our identity and be proud of it, and let America know who we are before the crisis occurs. So anyways, I just thought this incident with Cisco, and where the state of California now has to get involved, is a very good example as to how Indians take their caste wherever they go. It's their religion. So we who are oppressed back in India are gonna be in the same boat once here. So we need to raise our voices and make sure our voices are heard and people understand who we are and how caste system works and how they can help us, because they're there to help us. Or at least we need to let them know, so then they can decide if they want to help us or if they want to side with the oppressors, which is fine. They need to know first, and at least we need to be able to then discern whether these people will help us or if they are against us. That way we can then strengthen ourselves, team up, and actually find real allies in our struggle for human dignity and respect and freedom. So, well, that's my spiel. And if you want to read about the actual case that has come up, it's in the description or bio link, wherever I need to put, so that you can just click on it. So I'll do that. So, well, thanks for listening. And as always, I'm here at norealindia.com. What am I talking about? No Real India on Instagram and on my Facebook page if you want to reach out to me. Also, I do have a website. It's just not .com, it's .org. So norealindia.org. So either ways, any of those contact points are great to reach out to me and discuss this further with me. So thanks for listening. Hopefully you learned a little something more, and will support us in this fight for anti-casteist movement. Thank you so much.